Alright you guys, so the first thing you're going to want to do is prep your pan. I'm using, it's called Temptations, it's just ceramic bakeware and some pan butter flavored spray. And I'm just spraying the pan really good, getting all the nooks and crannies of it. So next, I'm measuring out in my Christmas and July bowls, 2 cups each of either the cereals. So here I got the cinnamon toast I'm measuring out, and it doesn't have to be exact, but it's about 2 cups. Then the Apple Jacks. And those are OXO Good Grips measuring cups, in case you're wondering. And this is the Lucky Charms with Frosted Flakes. I saw these and I'm like, I have to use these. I was just looking for regular Lucky Charms, but I thought these would be a really good contrast. So now let's go ahead and get into making the marshmallow mixture. So I'm using a stick and a half of unsalted butter. Make sure your butter is unsalted, because if you get salted, you would definitely know the difference. And so I'm just breaking it up to help move it along. And I let it melt all the way. And once it's melted all the way, you're gonna grab your marshmallows. I always use jet puffed, can't use off-brand, has to be jet puffed marshmallows. I don't know why, they just are the best to me. And you're just gonna pour those in your melted butter. And you're gonna just let them do their thing. So I stirred them a little bit to just coat them, but really you're just gonna let them hang out and melt. I have it on medium heat, and all this will be listed in the blog post below. And just let it simmer and melt and let all that goodness merge together. So when it starts getting to a point where it's pretty much melted, I just go in with the spoon and mash everything up to make like a fluff. And now this is the easy part. You just eyeball how much of the mixture that you think is going to be required for each cereal, and you just take a spoon and just mix it. So if you think it's still too dry, then add more. But if you're satisfied with the consistency and you don't want it to be heavy, you just want it to gather it enough so like it sticks to the piece next to it, because it'll all solidify once it's dried. So I'm just taking all that and sticking it in the pan that I greased really good, and I'm just going to do that for each cereal mixture. So since I had room in the pan left, I thought, why don't I just make a mixture of all 3 cereals put together? And that's exactly what I did. I just eyeballed it. I still had marshmallow mixture left, and like I said, there was still room in the pan. So I mixed up the Apple Jacks, the Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and the Lucky Charms with Frosted Flakes in the bowl. And I'm just adding in whatever of the marshmallow mixture is left. My husband had to come help me because that pot is really heavy. So he stepped from behind the camera and helped me. Thank you, Wes. I'm just scooping out all the marshmallowy, buttery goodness and then scooping it in the pan. And these are so easy. So when you're done, I like to take a piece of wax paper and just flatten and compress and make sure everything is sticking to its neighbor. And it looks like that. And you just let it set up. I usually leave mine for about at least 2 hours. And then I'm gonna flip it onto another ceramic baking sheet. You can see it popped right out, super easy. All that butter just makes it so easy to pop right out if you use this kind of bakeware. So I'm just gonna flip it, and then I'm just gonna go in and cut it however you like. I cut mine into the plain cereals in the 3s, and then the super cereal mixture I cut into 4 little bars. But again, you can cut it however you choose. There's no rhyme or reason for how you cut it. It's personal preference. The Apple Jacks one was just looking at me, so I decided to just pull it out and give it a look. It looks delicious. And that's it, you guys. So these are the Rice Krispie treats. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. I would love if you join the Fat Girl Food family and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.